In a quaint town, surrounded by lush green hills, there lived a girl named Maya. From her earliest memories, she felt the absence of love from her parents. They were consumed by their own struggles, work, stress, and the constant hum of life that seemed to drown out the little things that mattered. No matter how hard Maya tried to be the perfect daughter, keeping the house tidy, excelling in school, and helping with chores, her efforts seemed to go unnoticed. Maya often found herself sitting by her window, watching the families in the neighborhood. She saw children laughing and playing with their parents, sharing moments of joy and affection. Each sight deepened the ache in her heart, a longing for connection and love that felt forever out of reach. Despite her best efforts, she felt like a ghost drifting through her own home, invisible and unheard. As the years passed, Maya learned to navigate her loneliness. She found refuge in the pages of books, where characters experienced love, adventure, and friendship. These stories became her sanctuary, offering her a glimpse of the warmth and happiness she craved. In the world of fiction, she discovered a flicker of hope, a belief that love could exist somewhere, even if it was absent from her life. Determined not to let her circumstances define her, Maya focused on her studies. She envisioned a future where she could escape her home and make a difference in the world. She dreamed of becoming someone who spread love and kindness, helping those who felt lost, just as she had. During her senior year of high school, Maya's teacher announced a community service project. Students were encouraged to volunteer at a local shelter for families experiencing homelessness. Excitement bubbled within Maya. This was her opportunity to make a real impact. She signed up immediately, her heart racing at the thought of being a source of light for others. When Maya arrived at the shelter, she was greeted with smiles and gratitude. The families there were eager for support, and as she interacted with them, she began to feel a sense of belonging that had eluded her for so long. She listened to their stories, shared meals, and played with their children. In their laughter, she found a reflection of the love she had always sought. One evening, while helping a young girl named Lily with her homework, Maya noticed a familiar longing in Lily's eyes. It reminded her of her own childhood feelings of neglect. With compassion, she shared her story with Lily. "Sometimes it feels like we are invisible, like no one sees us," Maya said gently. "But we have the power to create our own love and to be the light for others." Lily's eyes widened with curiosity. "But how do we do that?" she asked. Maya smiled and replied, "By being kind, by showing up for those who need us, and by believing in ourselves. We can choose to be the love we never received, and in doing so, we can change the world around us." As the weeks turned into months, Maya continued her volunteer work at the shelter, forming deep connections with the families. She realized that her own experiences had shaped her into a compassionate and empathetic person. The love she had longed for had ignited within her, and she was now able to share it with others. One day, as Maya was leaving the shelter, a woman approached her. This woman had been living at the shelter with her children. "Maya," she said, her voice filled with emotion, "I just wanted to thank you. You've brought so much joy to our lives. You've shown us that we are not alone." Tears brimmed in Maya's eyes as she responded, "Thank you for saying that. You've shown me that love can be found even in the darkest places. It's not about where we come from, but what we choose to give to others." That moment was transformative for Maya. She understood that, although she may not have received love from her parents, she had the power to create a legacy of love in the world. She decided to pursue a career in social work, dedicating her life to helping those who felt unseen and unheard. Years later, as she stood before her graduation class, Maya reflected on her journey. She spoke passionately about resilience, the power of transforming pain into purpose, and the importance of compassion. "We all have the capacity to be a light for someone else," she declared. "Let us not dwell on the love we lack, but rather on the love we can give." In that moment, Maya became the embodiment of the love she had always sought. She realized that the absence of love in her life had fueled her desire to be a source of love for others. Through her journey, she had discovered that love is not just a feeling, it is an action, a choice, and a gift that can change lives. And so, Maya continued her mission, lighting up the lives of those around her, proving that even in the darkest moments, hope and love could flourish. She became a beacon in her community, inspiring others to reach out, connect, and uplift one another. Each story she encountered at the shelter reinforced her belief that everyone has a story worth telling, and every person deserves to feel seen and valued. Maya's work at the shelter led her to develop various programs aimed at providing support to families in need. She organized workshops where parents could learn skills to help them find employment, and children could engage in creative activities that sparked their imaginations. She wanted to create an environment where love was not just spoken, but actively demonstrated through actions, kindness, and encouragement. One day, as she was conducting a workshop, a young boy named Amir approached her. His eyes were filled with curiosity and a hint of hesitation. "Miss Maya," he began, "do you think I can be happy, even if my parents are struggling?" Maya knelt down to meet his gaze. "Of course, Amir. Happiness doesn't always come from our circumstances. Sometimes it comes from within us. We can choose to find joy in little things, like playing with friends or helping one another. And remember, you have the power to create happiness for yourself and those around you." Amir's face brightened, and he nodded, understanding blooming in his eyes. In that moment, Maya realized that her purpose was more than just providing support. It was about empowering others to believe in themselves and the possibility of a brighter future. As time passed, Maya's impact in the community grew. She became known for her unwavering dedication and her ability to inspire hope in even the most challenging situations. News of her work spread, attracting attention from local organizations and media. She was invited to speak at events, sharing her journey and the importance of compassion and community. At one such event, Maya stood before a large audience, her heart racing with excitement and nerves. She began to speak about her upbringing, the love she had missed, and how that absence had fueled her determination to create change. "I learned that we cannot control our past, but we can shape our present and future," she said passionately. "We all have the ability to be sources of love and light in the world. Let us choose kindness, let us choose empathy, and let us choose to uplift one another." As she finished her speech, the audience erupted into applause, and Maya felt a wave of gratitude wash over her. In that moment, she realized that she was no longer the invisible girl yearning for love. She had become a strong, empowered woman who had turned her pain into purpose. Years later, Maya stood at the helm of a non-profit organization dedicated to supporting families in need. She had built a team of passionate individuals who shared her vision, extending their reach to help even more people in the community. They provided resources, mentorship, and a safe space for families to gather, share their experiences, and support one another. One evening, as she walked through the center, Maya noticed a child painting a mural on the wall. The artwork depicted families of all shapes and sizes, holding hands and smiling under a bright sun. It was a beautiful representation of the love and unity she had always dreamed of seeing in her own life. Approaching the child, Maya knelt down beside her. "This is stunning. You've captured so much joy in your painting," she said, her heart swelling with pride. The girl looked up, her eyes shining with excitement. "Thank you. I wanted to show that love can be colorful and bright, just like all of us." Maya smiled, feeling a warmth spread through her. In that moment, she realized that the love she had sought throughout her life was not just about receiving. It was about giving, creating, and making a difference in the lives of others. As she watched the mural come to life, Maya felt fulfilled. She had transformed her own story of pain and longing into one of strength and empowerment. Through her journey, She had learned that love is not defined by the actions of others, but by the choices we make and the impact we have on those around us. And so Maya continued her work, determined to spread love, hope, and kindness wherever she went. She had become a living testament to the idea that even in the absence of love, one can create a legacy of compassion that can illuminate the lives of countless others. In her heart, she knew that love was not just a feeling. It was a commitment to be the light that guides others home.